Hi everyone, this is Paul Bertorelli reporting for AVweb and Aviation Consumer. I'm floating in the middle of, what lake is this, Daniel?
Lake Idemere.
Lake Idemere at the Searey headquarters in Florida. We're going to take a close look at the Searey. We're in the Elite model, which has some upgrades from the previous model, the Sport model, and of course Searey also sells a kit. Daniel Nickens and I are going to take a flight in it. He's going to talk me through a landing and a takeoff. But first we'll take a look at some of the details on the airplane.
Everyone knows the Searey aircraft from the kit and the home-built days. We've been making the Searey for 22 years. Now we offer a factory-built, FAA-certified aircraft. The one behind me is the Searey Elite. It starts at $158,000. The Searey Sport starts at $139,000. The Elite has the carbon fiber hull and the Rotax 914 engine, as well as an all-glass cockpit with an AFS, electric EFIS, and Garmin stack in the middle. A couple of options that are available for the Searey Elite are the folding wings, touchscreen GPS, saltwater treatment, and quite a few different color options. For someone who wants to own a Searey Elite factory-built airplane, if you ordered one today, you would take delivery approximately 4 months from today. So you can be flying and out on the water by springtime if you order in the winter.
As far as what it's like to fly the Searey, well, since it's an amphib boat, not a seaplane, taxiing into the water from the ramp requires a bit of faith and buoyancy. The airplane is quite low in the water, so the perspective is way different than an amphib seaplane or a land plane. There's not much to the pre-takeoff checklist. Just make sure the landing gear is up, the flaps are down, and the bilge is pumped dry. Both electric fuel pumps go on, and it's time to go.
But what you're going to do now, with the nose trimmed all the way up, is you're going to hold it back as far as it will go.
Okay.
Okay, and then you're going to briskly apply the throttle. Don't try to baby it, because what we want to do is minimize the amount of water going through the prop.
Okay.
So briskly apply power while holding the stick all the way back. As it starts to come up, you can just release the stick. Okay? If you don't do anything else, it'll probably just fly off by itself. Okay, once you're up on step, then it's just a matter of holding it into a level altitude, and it will fly off. Or once you get up about 45 miles an hour, a little bit of back pressure, and it'll fly right off. You got full front flaps, so then you can proceed to just go directly to 10 degrees or 0, your choice. We got plenty of lake, and it's not an issue. Good to go.
Okay, here we go.
Beautiful. Okay, release the stick. There you go. And now just hold it. Once we get to about 45, a little bit of back pressure, and you're flying.
Okay.
And then flaps.
Flaps go straight to 0?
You can, no worries. We don't have to worry about best angle here.
The Searey is up on the step and off the water almost before you can think about it. Then it's on to the climb. With the drag of those wheels hanging in the breeze and a top-mounted engine, the Searey is not a fast airplane. It cruises about 95 miles per hour on 5 gallons of gas. With 22 gallons of usable fuel aboard and turbocharging, it's got range suitable for reaching and operating in and out of mountain lakes. But you'll need to pack light because the Searey doesn't have a lot of full fuel payload, about 300 pounds. Handling-wise, it doesn't seem to have any bad habits. Stalls are like most other LSAs I've flown, which is to say docile with no real surprises. Water landings aren't difficult, but you have to learn the sight picture, which is a low flare and level touchdown. Remember to keep the landing gear up for the water landings.
Line up with the wind, and the gear is up. And then pull it into a level attitude. Let it just settle down on the water. And here's something you'd never want to do in your float plane. We're on step taxi. I'm going to take the stick and jam it forward. I don't even have to control it. I just jam it forward.
Yeah, now what happens? The buoyancy just pushes back, and that's it. That's as far as it's going to go.
Exactly. Now, we can also slide the airplane pretty radically because it's got such a low center of gravity.
And what keeps the floats from going in?
You see how I'm controlling it with the ailerons?
So it's a cross-control turn.
It's a cross-control stall on the water.
Yeah.
On a paved runway, well, it's just the opposite. The wheels go down, and the Searey EFIS system will remind you of that with audio enunciations. The Searey lands and takes off about like any other tailwheel LSA out of a 60-mile-per-hour approach. The Searey doesn't have a high nose angle, so you can easily see over the nose for takeoff and landing.
And gear now.
Go ahead, out and down.
And you go right to full flaps.
You can go right to full flaps.
Select landing mode. Runway landing. Okay.
Give it power.
Angle, push.
Yep.
There you go.
Overall, the Searey Elite is just what it appears to be, a moderately priced, fun-to-fly recreational airplane. If skimming along the shore of a lake watching the wildlife is your idea of a good time, the Searey is definitely your airplane. You can find a full report on the Searey in the January 2015 issue of Aviation Consumer Magazine at aviationconsumer.com. I'm Paul Bertorelli reporting. Thanks for watching.